All right, man. Looks like we got a video of Stephen A. Smith giving information about the unfortunate situation of Bronny James suffering a cardiac arrest. And let's see what he has to say. Let's get straight into it.
Let me take a moment to send prayers up and to give a heartfelt thanks to God Almighty himself, because Bronny James appears to be okay. The son of LeBron James, 19 years of age, a freshman at the University of Southern California, USC, was working out and suffered a cardiac arrest during practice when your heart stops for various different reasons. In his case, apparently from an electrical perspective, in terms of what sparks the heart and keeps it going, keeps it churning, or what have you, apparently there was something that was compromised in that regard. And thank the good Lord that medics were in or were nearby at the facility, so when he collapsed, they were ready to jump on it and to make sure that he received the medical treatment that he deserves, and obviously every human being deserves, but the medical treatment necessary. They ultimately got him to a hospital. He was in ICU. He's out of ICU. He's been stabilized. He's doing well. And I just want to say that I've seen the kid around on many, many occasions. I've never talked to him really. And believe it or not, I've never made any effort to talk to him other than giving him a pound and a hug when I saw him at the crypto.com arena during the playoffs just a few months ago. And me intentionally, just to put myself on Front Street, I never had a desire to talk to Bronny James, because I think most people out there, considering the cynical society that we live in, I think you have a lot of people that want to amp up the pressure on him because his father, his daddy, the great LeBron James, is so phenomenal that they want to judge him accordingly. And I never wanted to do that to that kid. I wanted those guys that I didn't want to see him until it was time to see him. I wanted him to live his life, to be a kid, to go out there and enjoy his life to the best of his ability, elevate his level of skill to the best of his ability, and then when it was time to showcase those talents, as opposed to him being somebody that's judged against the obviously incomparable abilities of his daddy. That is why I never made any kind of effort to watch Bronny James play. But obviously he's a college student now. He's going to be at USC, and hopefully through the grace of God, not only saving his life, but also putting him in a position where he can resume his aspirations of ultimately becoming a professional basketball player. I sincerely hope that he is okay. I don't know his mama very well. Savannah's just a sweet, wonderful, wonderful woman. I just love her class. The fact that you never, ever, ever hear anything about her in the news. She recognizes the fact of who she is, LeBron James' wife, and she doesn't bring any kind of unwanted attention to her family. I just think she's a phenomenal lady in every way, shape, form, and fashion. And as we say, happy wife, happy life. There's a reason that LeBron James is walking around like he's the Mac, because he has an absolutely wonderful woman who is his wife and the mother of his children, and she is something special. Now, I do know Gloria James, LeBron's mama, who has always been wonderful to me. She knows how much I love her. She is adorable. She is great. And I wish her and her grandson and their family nothing but the best. But I was rooting for Bronny James. And I'm so happy that he's okay. Let me say this. God forbid something worse had happened to Bronny James. I just want to take a moment to say, y'all do know that LeBron James' career would have ended, right? Y'all do know that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think LeBron James. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't honestly, I don't know. I don't know about that, because maybe he might have used that to, win one for his son. So I don't know. But I don't know. Like there's two ways that you can look at that. But I'm glad that he don't even have to make that decision anyway. So, let's just be thankful for that.
Think back to Michael Jordan and when he retired. He ultimately came back, but think back to him and when he retired. Y'all do know that was in the aftermath of his daddy being killed in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Roadside, and two assailants victimized his dad and shot and killed him. You do know that, right? It's not an accident nor a coincidence that Michael Jordan found it hard to return to the basketball court and play. Although he returned and played baseball initially for the farm system with the Chicago White Sox, it was hard. It was hard. Could you imagine if something worse had happened to Bronny James? Do you really think that LeBron James would have been able to play basketball? I'm saying that to say, thank goodness God blessed us with allowing Bronny to continue to live his life and hopefully have a full recovery from this setback, this cardiac arrest he suffered. But we're also lucky from a basketball standpoint, because I don't believe LeBron James would have been capable of playing basketball if he had lost his son. I don't believe it for one second. I say that now, and I would never have broached the subject if his son was in ICU and his life was still in danger, whatever. But now that he's out of the woods, I don't think it's off kilter or bad in any way to bring up that reality. LeBron James is still in the NBA, one could easily argue, because he has aspirations of hopefully his son making it to the NBA and playing with his son. And if his son ends up not making it to the NBA for some reason, or his basketball career being sacrificed because of the setback, then maybe LeBron James would retire earlier than originally anticipated. But if something worse had come of that cardiac arrest to Bronny James, y'all do understand we all would have suffered, not just because of the loss of a young man with his life fully ahead of him. By all accounts, a wonderful young man that's got everything to live for in the world, especially a wonderful family. LeBron James would have never been the same. One of the things that...
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't even think about LeBron James even playing. I wouldn't even want him to play, so I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be sad. I'll be, just my prayers would go out to him if that was to happen. But I don't know. You can look at it in two ways. You can say, yeah, LeBron James wouldn't have the energy, just wouldn't have the strength to play, or you can say that he could use that to try to win another championship. Either or. But most importantly, let's just be thankful that he don't even have to make that decision. So let's be thankful for that.
My mama, Janet Smith, God rest her soul, passed away in June 1st, game one, the morning of game one of the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and Cleveland Cavaliers in 2017, to be specific. One of the things my mother reminded me of is that, as I said to Ving Rhames the other day when he broke down, and I understood those emotions and those feelings, because to be quite honest with you, I cried every day for 2 years. And I'm just not the most emotional guy in the world. Those kind of emotions, yes, I can get loud, I can be demonstrative and bombastic and all of this other stuff. But in terms of shedding tears and being sad or walking around a bit melancholy, to say the least, that's just not my MO. That's not something I do. I was that way for every day for 2 years when I lost my mother. That's how devastating the loss was for me. So much so that I would openly confess to you, there were times when I was on national television and I was doing First Take and y'all were literally looking at me, and there were times when I didn't even hear the person sitting across from me debating with me, whether it was Max Kellerman or somebody else, because my mind and everything just went blank, because all I saw was her. And for a few seconds, I couldn't hear or see anything but her. And my soul just got dark. And I bring that up because my mom, before she passed away, reminded me that it is much, much worse for a parent to lose their child than for a child to lose their parent.
I can agree with that, but it's still painful. Because the child is supposed to bury their parent, not the other way around. I can understand that, but death, regardless which way it is, it's always hard.
My mother told me what I told Ving Rhames. This is the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be going first. I've prepared you for this. That's what my mama said to me. And that's what I hold on to. And I say all of that to say, LeBron's a strong brother. He's a real one. He's dealt with a lot of adversity in his life. I wouldn't wish on anybody the level of pain he and his family would have felt if Bronny had been lost. So thank God that is not the case. Thank God he's okay. Thank God he's going to be all right, and hopefully in a position to resume his career as a collegiate basketball player, and hopefully someday as an NBA player. But thank God LeBron James and his family didn't have to deal with worse circumstances, because I think the LeBron James that you see right now would have been gone forever had that happened. That's the first subject.
Y'all leave a comment down below. How do y'all feel about that? Do you think LeBron James would have played, or would he not would have played it? Like I said, there's two ways you can look at this. You can look at it like, I can understand. I would completely understand if that did happen and LeBron James said, I'm over, I'm done. I don't have nothing else to play for. I need to be here for my family. I would completely understand. And I can understand also how he can say, you know what, I want to win this for my son. I can see it either way. But let's just be thankful that he don't have to make that decision. Y'all leave a comment down below and y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. It's your boy DMD signing out. Peace.